A police officer's gun puts a bullet in a friend's head. The officer claimed it was an attempted suicide and that his friend shot himself.
The victim's family says that is not true. Investigator Dave Savini is here with this original report. Dave?
For years, the LaPorta family has been fighting to find out how their son ended up in a pool of blood at his friend's house.
The entrance wound was back here.
Michael LaPorta, called Mikey by his family, is a gunshot victim.
Push up. There you go, buddy.
And needs 24-hour care.
So he's had 9 surgeries.
Yes.
And now he's still paralyzed.
On the right side.
It happened 4 years ago.
I was screaming. I was devastated.
Patricia and Mike LaPorta Sr. accuse Chicago police of failing to fully investigate their son's shooting.
His life is turned upside down. Everybody's life is turned upside down.
LaPorta and his friend, Chicago police officer Patrick Kelly, were hanging out at some local bars. You see them at one place where they stayed until nearly 4 in the morning. They ended up at Kelly's house where LaPorta sustained a gunshot wound to the head. Kelly called 911.
I just had a friend that committed suicide.
A police report says Kelly told detectives he had his gun secured in his bedroom, but he couldn't remember where. And Kelly says LaPorta took it and shot himself.
I need ambulance. I need them.
Then Kelly starts to weep.
I love you.
According to a police report, when help arrived, Kelly was, quote, highly intoxicated, belligerent, and very irate. Off-duty police officer Kelly was arrested for swinging his arms at a female police sergeant.
I want justice.
The LaPortas are suing the Chicago Police Department, claiming it knew Kelly had a history of excessive force and misconduct complaints, 15 of them, but left him on the force.
There are many red flags here.
Attorney Tony Romanucci represents the LaPorta family. He says there are serious issues with how the shooting was investigated.
The lab reports came back that there was no evidence of fingerprint on the gun. Now, somebody held that gun and shot it.
Romanucci also questions how police reports say Kelly held LaPorta rendering aid, but photos taken show no blood on Kelly.
Do you believe your son shot himself?
No. No, I do not believe that.
So that means somebody shot him.
Correct.
I need to ask you some questions about that night. Kelly ran when we tried to question him about the shooting.
I love you, okay?
I love you too.
Has the Chicago Police Department given you any answers as to what happened that night?
Not at all. After 4.5 years, how long does it take?
Sources say disciplinary action was recommended for Kelly, but would not say if it was related to the LaPorta shooting or his arrest for swinging his arms at a responding officer. The Chicago Police Department says Kelly filed a grievance that has yet to be heard. In the meantime, the CPD says he is on full working as an officer on duty. LaPorta is determined to walk and talk again. His family is determined for justice.
All right. Thank you, Dave.